you remember back in the NES console war days when you get stuck in a video game and you try everything and eventually you'd beg your parents to let you call one of those $2.99 a minute video game help phone numbers and they never let you call them? My mom never did. Fortunately, those aren't a thing anymore because we have the internet, and specifically we have Reddit. Because I'll ask you this, who listening to this show right now hasn't had to look up how to beat a boss or solve a puzzle or whatever and then instantly found a Reddit thread with someone else asking the exact same thing? It's crazy. Any game, any console, any genre, any generation, there's probably a Reddit for that. The r/gaming subreddit alone has over 47 million members talking trailers, game tips, spoilers, fixes, mods, you name it. Something I use it for all the time is seeing what people have to say about retro games once I finish them for the show. It's like the old playground chats we had as kids, but leveled up by about 1,000 times. Obviously, my go-to subreddit is r/remember the game. Shameless self-plug there. But I'm also a regular in the r/retro gaming, r/TMNT, r/Habs subreddits as well. Go Habs go. It's the best. Download the Reddit app and dive into r/gaming for the latest gaming updates. Download the Reddit app today. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Remember the Game. It is my retro gaming podcast where every week a buddy of mine and I sit down and we geek out about the games we played back in the day. My name is Adam Blank. Thank you so much for listening to the show. And this week it is episode 378. And it's one of our prestigious Patreon poll winning episodes. And we're tackling the winner of our DS/3DS poll that we ran like 3 months ago because I'm behind as fuck on this show. And that is obviously, as you guessed by the title, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, aka Luigi's Mansion 2. I'll call it whatever I want. And before we even get into any of that, Luigi's Mansion, the infamous intro, anything, I just wanted to point out that yes, this episode is up a little bit later than it normally would be. If you haven't seen any of my posts on social media or anything, remember the game, I'm still shooting to make the episodes weekly, but I'm going to shift away from the every Wednesday approach and make it more of a when the episode is done, it goes up approach. The simple fact is, guys, like I can't keep finishing games every 6 days. And not only do I need to get the game done in 6 days, but I need to find time to record with my guest in time to get it up. And sometimes they're not available in the last couple of days, so I got to get it done even earlier. And I was like, I know a lot of you want some more like PS2 games, PS3 games, Xbox games, Wii games, DS, 3DS, GameCube or Game Boy Advance games, GameCube games, the longer titles, right? Not the ones I can finish in a couple of hours. So I need a little bit more time to start getting these up. So still shooting to drop an episode every week, most weeks for sure. It just might not be on Tuesday night / Wednesday morning anymore. It might just be when they're done, they're done. But not going anywhere. Onward and upward toward episode 400. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. All right. Back to vacuuming, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. It is the last game of the Luigi's Mansion trilogy for me. We covered the original Luigi's Mansion way back on Remember the Game 177, like 4 years ago. And I played Luigi's Mansion 3 back when it dropped on the Switch a couple of years ago. And I believe there's a review of that in our expansion pass archives over on Patreon. And I really liked them both, more than I thought I would, quite frankly. So I was stoked to finally finish the trilogy and play the third one. And this one's pretty good, too. The whole series is solid. I don't think there's a bad game in the Luigi's Mansion trilogy. This one is a lot more linear than the first, and I think it's lacking a little bit of the personality of the third. And I'm a little bit mixed on some of the changes they made this time. And I will say, despite the fact that I like the Luigi's Mansion trilogy, I still wish they would just give Luigi his own fucking platformer. And that Luigi U doesn't count, or whatever the fuck it was called. It is fun, but it doesn't count. I want just these are so much better than Mario is Missing, but I still want just a straight up Mario is Missing Luigi platformer. But beggars can't be choosers. We're running around old mansions, vacuuming up ghosts. This was 12 or so hours, not wasted. I think it was a fun game. Looking forward to reviewing it. The most easily frightened of our 3 power-hungry Discord mods, Ye Old Keegs, has been tagged in to be my guest this week, and I'm actually recording this infamous intro about 3 hours before we sit down to talk to each other about the game, so I have no idea how our review conversation went, but I'm just gonna do this and then go hide under a pile of coats and hope that somehow everyone loved it and it worked out. And we're gonna get into all that in just a minute, because speaking of hoping everyone's gonna love something, it is in fact time for another edition of the Remember the Game infamous intro. Dun, 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 dun! And if you're new to the podcast, welcome aboard. Consider this your warning. Our intros are a little bit long. They're not that long, but they are a little long. And they're fun. We talk video games and stuff that are a good time. And if you fuck up while you're trying to skip over the intro, you don't have to restart the whole goddamned mission like you have to in Dark Moon. You can just try again. If you do want to skip it, if you just want Luigi's Mansion talk, take your slider, go to about the 30-minute mark. You should be in there. Or listen to the whole thing. We'll talk some video games and stuff. It's a good time. If you let me get my plugs out of the way really quickly, it's how we keep the bills on here at Remember the Game. We have a Patreon. We publish up to 4 additional shows every week over there. Plus, Remember the Game goes up over there every week. No ads, time-stamped, all 378 of them. And you can start listening over there for as little as $3 a month, which with the way prices are going up of everything these days, I don't know what you can buy for $3 anymore, but I know you can buy thousands, over 1,000 of my podcasts. They're pretty close anyways. It's got to be pretty close. It's over, yeah, pretty close anyways. And not only do you get instant access to the entire archive libraries of a bunch of our shows, including Remember the Game ad-free with timestamps, you can also write into the show. You can vote on the games we cover. You can join our 1,000+ member Discord, all that good stuff. And I stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. for our patrons as well. Every single Friday, we do NES and SNES roulette, where I take my, how do I say this? Emulated games. I can't think. I was trying to come up with a more clever way to say my hacked mini consoles. We just spin the big wheel and play whatever comes up. They're like some of our most popular streams. They're a really good fucking time. I really enjoy doing those. Anyways, yeah. So all that stuff is over there at Patreon. And most importantly, in addition to all the shows and the Discord and all that, you get a shout out and get to hear me mispronounce your name. Like I don't know if I'm going to do this week. A huge thank you to our newest Patreons. LOZMM. I get that reference. The name that shan't be, or the game that shan't be named. Dreamcast Dreamer. Maxine Poulin. Marco Uloa. All right, maybe I will butcher a couple of names. Brandon Bellman. Yupper. 50 Shades of Geek. Ali Viper 620. Daniel Montgomery, presumably CM Burns' nephew. Lil Willie. Oh, no, wait. Charles Montgomery Burns. So Daniel Montgomery would have no relation. Unlikely, sir. They spell and pronounce their names differently. Shout out to you because that reference. Lil Willie, New Games Suck, JDM, Joshua Parton, and Jason Waterfalls. I like that reference. Thank you all so much for the support and welcome to Remember the Game Industries. Find all that at patreon.com/rememberthegame. There's some free episodes over there you can try out. Subscriptions start at $3 a month, and if you sign up for a full year, we'll give you a month on the house. That's enough blowing myself. Let's blow some of you by blowing in some cartridges. It is our opening segment here on the show. I read a few comments and questions from our Patreons, usually gaming related, but not always. And we call this segment Blowing in the Cartridge.
He blows all right. He blows big time.
That's it, honey. Get into the spirit.
Let's blow. Our first blower this week is Home Bed Now, who said, "Hey, Adam, are you enjoying the World Cup? Any of the matches that are on close to home? Hope you're well, pal. Cheers." I have been asked this many a time the last week, and I've answered it on a couple of the other podcasts, the Patreon shows, so apologies to those that have heard my answer before. Much love to every single one of you out there enjoying the World Cup. Shaylee and I were in Boston last week to check out a couple of Jays Red Sox games, and that city, holy fuck, like the rumors of them running out of beer for the World Cup were absolutely true. It was fucking insanity. I'm enjoying seeing how excited the world is about it, but I have to be honest, guys, I have not watched 1 second. I'm sorry. It's just not my forte. I know Canada got like 6 goals once, though. Canada's clearly Canada. Like, why watch a tournament when you already know who's going to win? Everyone out there knows we're playing for second. Canada's going to win the World Cup. We're a fucking soccer powerhouse, I believe. I haven't done my research. I don't know anything about the game, but I imagine we're as good at it as we are everything else. So I haven't been watching it, but I am enjoying seeing how much everybody else is getting into it. And I hope you are. If you are enjoying the World Cup, then I hope your footy ne'er go offside. Yes. Yes, that'll do. No yellow cards for you. Mac Daddy says, hey, Adam, we both have a soft spot for the Sega Dreamcast, but could it have survived without a controller overhaul? One analog stick just wouldn't cut it in the same generation as Halo, GTA 3, and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. A dual analog with the VMU would be a killer, but I'm not so sure Sega would have been savvy enough to figure it out had they survived a few more years. That's an interesting question, Mac Daddy times 4. I never really thought about that before. Because, like, obviously the Sega Dream, like, I have much love for the Sega Dreamcast, but it was fucked right out of the gate, right? I mean, PlayStation was so on top of the world. They had their DVD player. The Dreamcast had burnable games. I don't know if it survives even with a dual analog. I wonder if the biggest issue they would have run into without a dually would have been third-party support. Like, all the different, like, and I mean, you know, take your pick of like sports games, what the fuck, whatever you want, from that generation. Sorry, I'm just Googling the controller. I just want to have a look at something here. Yeah. Like, pick whatever game you want from that generation. I just wonder if, like, once games are being ported to the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, who all had 2 analog sticks, the GameCube, I mean, the C-nub wasn't much, but it still counted. I wonder if that would have maybe been the kiss of death, is that they just weren't getting any third-party support. I don't know. I think, you know, I can't remember what's the phrase. Like, they were the first one through the door, and sometimes that's not a good thing. I think GameCube, PS2, and Xbox all kind of learned from Dreamcast mistakes. But I wish it had survived. I do agree. I think the dual analog would have hurt it, but I don't know if that was its biggest problem. But I do wonder if that would have been the kiss of death. The kiss of death. I think the third-party support had their games, say for argument's sake, the Dreamcast had come with a DVD player and their games hadn't been burnable. I still wonder if third-party support would have done them in. I just don't think there's enough room for 4 consoles. Like now, I mean, you've got, I guess, arguably 5 with PC, mobile, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. And like, I know mobile is kind of off in its own world, but like, and even now, like Xbox is getting their shit pushed in. I don't know if I don't know how 4 consoles work, and I think Sega was maybe on the short stick the whole way, but the Dreamcast was a bitchin' system. Hello, Mr. Thompson. I think he's talking to you. Hey, Mr. Blank, how are you? I was curious, when you play 2D games, do you use the analog or the D-pad? I find myself using the D-pad almost exclusively when I can. I don't know if it's because of my roots, but I just find it easier to play that way with 2D games. My kids ask me why, and I never really have a good answer for them other than it just feels more natural to me for these games. Well, your answer to your kids, Mr. Thompson, is to tell them to mind their fucking business and show some respect to their elders. Yeah, I can't think of... Unless a 2D, like I just finished playing Mina the Hollower. Great fucking game. Reviews up now on Expansion Pass. Great fucking game. But that one's basically 2D, and it makes you use the analog. And it took me a long time to get used to that because I'm a D-pad man. If I'm playing something 2-dimensional, I want my cross. Drives me fucking bananas when I have to use an analog stick on a 2D game. So any kid that questions you, you put them in line and let them know. That's just how it's supposed to be. And if you're going to use an analog to play a 2D game, you're not doing it in my fucking house. Go smoke your weed or something. Super Mario World is not as good as Adam says. Says day 162 of trying to get Adam's attention and ask him what his all-time favorite meal was. I'm not going to say you haven't been trying for 162 days. Super Mario World is not as good as Adam says, but I have never seen this post. I don't think. If I have, not frequently. So I respect your consistency or your dedication to the cause, but I haven't seen it 162 times. That said, my favorite meal of all time is either a big, fat, medium rare, juicy steak with a baked potato loaded to the tits, Caesar salad, and some beers with some whiskey and some apple pie a la mode for dessert, or Shaylee's nachos. My girlfriend makes the best nachos on the planet, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. One of those two is my favorite meal. Oh, yeah. Or if I'm high, just a bunch of McDonald's. But I prefer the other two. Xbox, in all capitals, says, hey, Adam, have you seen the brand new Earthbound Beginnings remake? It's a ROM hack in the style of Earthbound, and I assume it's way friendlier to the player. I'm going to brave the emulators to give this one a whirl, but it looks visually stunning. I actually did see that. I can't remember where, because I don't look for ROM hacks too often. I play the occasional Super Mario World one. but I don't look for them too often. But somehow that did find its way in front of my good eye, and I did see it, and it did look fucking awesome. If you play it Xbox, let me know if it is more player friendly, because like Earthbound Beginnings is a great piece of our history, but trying to play that game in the 2020s is fucking rough, boy. It's like trying to walk barefoot through a cactus patch. So let me know if it plays better. It looks cool, but let me know if it plays better. JB Sharps says, hey, Blake, is there a gamer series you've just accepted that you're embarrassingly bad at? I'm finally playing Donkey Kong Country for the first time, and holy shit, I'm having a hell of a time with it. I just got to the fourth world with 10-plus game overs and tried to slog through it. That said, I'm still having fun with it. You know what, JB? If Donkey Kong Country is kicking your ass, don't necessarily chalk that up to you're just not very good. That is, like, I don't find it as tough as some make it out to be. I think 2 and 3 are harder, but Donkey Kong Country is not an easy game. Like, that's not Super Mario World. So don't poo-poo on yourself if that game's kicking your ass. Many ass has been kicked by Donkey and Diddy. That said, yes, a gamer series that I've just accepted I'm embarrassingly bad at, fighting games. I don't know if you've seen the post, everybody, but my intent and hope and plan is at some point in the next 75 days to cover Marvel vs. Capcom 2 here on the show. I've been asked for that game for years. The Capcom collection one with it in it, the fighting collection, finally went on sale enough that I was willing to roll the dice. Anyone that saw me try to play Mortal Kombat 3 on the stream a couple weeks ago saw just how horrendously horrible I am at fighting games. You'd swear I'd never picked a controller up in my life. So I don't know how good the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 episode is going to be. I think it's going to be like somebody trying to review a guitar that doesn't know how to play a guitar. I'm like, it looks nice. It sounds good. And they're like, how is it? How does it to play it? I'm like, I have no idea. I think that's what this Marvel vs. Capcom 2 review is going to be, but I'm going to try, goddammit, because I want to play as Spider-Man and Mega Man combined. So, fighting games for sure. Easily the genre I'm worst at. Not even close. DePitzy says, so listening and thinking of your backlog episodes, have you ever have a game in your backlog that you bought a while back on sale and then forgot about it, and then you're browsing your games, you see it and go, oh, I remember buying that one. Well, that happened to me when I saw Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. Imagine getting backlogged so bad you'd get forgotten about. Oh, buddy, DePitzy, and I'm sure that many listeners have the same problem. Buddy, between my Steam library, my PlayStation, my Xbox, and my Nintendo, not only do I regularly forget about games that I've purchased that I've never installed or turned on, I have bought games again on other consoles, and because I'm constantly checking the sales for cheap games for future episodes of the show, and I'll see Metro. I think I've bought Metro twice now because I'm like, oh man, I'd really like to do an episode on the Metro 2033 or whatever it is, and then I realize I already bought it somewhere else. Tons of fucking times. Don't even sweat it, buddy. Until you've bought a game at least 3 times, forgetting that you already bought it 2 other times, you're fine. Well, on the 3rd time, now you need to start paying a little bit more attention. But don't even sweat it, buddy. That's a pain I know all too well. Timmy the Exuberant Turtle says, Mr. Blank, in the not-too-distant future, it's announced that the Xbox Project Helix and PlayStation 6 are launching within 30 days of each other. Xbox is dropping with The Elder Scrolls 6 and has access to the Steam store, while Sony is launching with Intergalactic. Both are priced at $8.99 US. Which console are you picking up first, or are you saving up for both? So this is gonna sound like I'm taking my dick out and flexing. I promise y'all, anytime my dick comes out, there's precisely 0 flexing. Probably buying both because I have the incredible fortuity of being able to write them off, and it is like my job. So I'm probably gonna just suck it up and buy both. But for the sake of the question, saying like, hey, Moneybags, and I'm not Moneybags. I'm probably charging at least one, if not both. But let's just say, for argument's sake, I only have to buy one. I'm buying the PS6 with Intergalactic. If the Xbox Project Helix is launching with Fallout 5, then I'm buying the Xbox Helix. But if it's coming with Elder Scrolls 6, then I'm going with the PS6 and Intergalactic. I'm more excited to play Intergalactic than I am Elder Scrolls 6. I know it's going to piss some people off, but it's like Skyrim's the only one I've really played. I'm slowly working on Oblivion for an episode now. Skyrim's the only one I've played, and like Skyrim's a good time. But I can think of at least 5 open world games I like more than Skyrim. Cyberpunk, I like better than Skyrim. Fallout 3, I like better than Skyrim. Witcher 3, I like better than Skyrim. Spider-Man, I like better than Skyrim. And Renewing TV Guide. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Skyrim is 5. But the point is, I'm more interested in Intergalactic. But that's just me. Okay, and then finally, before we move on, it's letter time. It's letter time. Plant Pirate says $1,050 for the base Steam machine without a controller. Damn you, PC Master Racers. Looks like I'm stuck gaming on my PS5 for now. Yeah, we broke this down on Game Patch on Monday, but just real quick, because I know some people have asked, like, hey, any interest at all in picking up a Steam machine? As someone that doesn't play a lot on PC and prefers to avoid playing on my PC whenever possible, I do still have a Steam library, and it's pretty sizable because I've got a Steam Deck that I don't use as often as I should, but I do like it. When they announced the Steam machine, I was Steam curious, but it was going to come down to the price point. And keep in mind, before y'all laugh at my price, I'm not saying this was what it should have been priced at. I'm just saying, as someone that doesn't play a lot of PC, my high-end price was probably in the $600 to $650 Canadian range. As someone that doesn't play a lot of PC games. So when this thing was announced and it was $1,050 US, I think it's $1,400 Canadian. It's over $1,300 Canadian for the base model with no controller. Not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening. The way prices, dude, Xbox just upped the price of the Series X and S again. The way prices are going up, that's what the next Xbox and PlayStation are going to cost. I would rather spend my money on those because I just play way more on. I can't think of one game that's PC exclusive that I would need to buy it to play. Whereas like my Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo all have them. So I'm very interested to see how the Steam machine does because. Like I put the question out to the world on Game Patch, like, who is this for now at this price? Are you PC Master Racers? A few of you reached out saying you're interested, but a lot of you reached out and said like, nah, it's too expensive. And for people that aren't PC gamers like me, I think this is too expensive to get us to wade into the waters. So like, I'm sure they did. I get why they took so long to announce their price. I'm sure they're not excited about announcing this price, but I'm curious to see how it sells at that price tag. Cause that is, there's a lot of fun. It does look like a cool piece of hardware, man, but that's a lot of fucking money. I'd rather, frankly, even if they were the same price, I'd rather have a Steam Deck. You can dock it. I can still play on my TV. I'd rather have a Steam Deck. But that's me. That's me. All right. Thank you, everybody that wrote into the show. We got to keep the ball rolling. I got to hit that 30-minute mark so that the haters don't be hating. So let's switch things up and get to our Smash It segment, the official game show of Remember the Game Industries. Play one, remake one, erase one. And a huge thank you to Class and Concentration from the NES for unknowingly providing us with the theme music for the show. The rules are simple. Every week, I give our patrons 3 retro video games. They can play one as it was released, to remake one as a modern game, and the third is erased from time forever. As always, there are no wrong answers, but there is a right one. We'll get to that in just a minute. And this week, we're talking Luigi's Mansion 2. So I went with 3 spin-off Nintendo games. We've got Donkey Konga for the GameCube, Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS, and Captain Toad for the Wii U. And 35% of yous said you'd play Captain Toad, remake Princess Peach, and erase Donkey Konga. So let's see what a few of you had to say here, and then I'll tell you what the correct answer was. Izzy08 said play Super Princess Peach as it's rare to see Peach in her own game, and I'm curious. Remake Donkey Konga and just fill it with new songs, then add more songs via DLC. Erase Captain Toad because it's the weakest link, no hard feelings. I mean, physically, he probably is. I don't know, man. Captain Toad was pretty cool. I haven't played anything. I should shut up. I'll tell you my answer in a minute. I should shut up. Good answer, Izzy. Well done. Shadow Breakson says, play Donkey Konga, knowing Nintendo and just game companies in general, they'll abuse DLC and have an extra 20 or 30 songs to be locked behind a paywall, but I still want the game to exist. Remake Captain Toad. I feel like a remake for this game could be very cool if they really sat down and thought of some puzzles. They could make some cool-ass levels. And then erase Super Princess Peach. I never had any interest in this game, but I do have interest in the Peach game on the Switch. So get rid of this dumbass game, because there's a better-looking one on the Switch. I actually wanted to play the Switch one. I never did. I wanted to play the Switch one too. Is it any good? Anybody listening? Is it any good? I assume it'd be too easy. Frank Hutz said play Peach because I never did and I love the idea behind it. Remake Captain Toad because I really liked it a lot, but I want more. And then erase Donkey Konga because that was a mistake. So my parents call me. Michael Barjudina says, howdy, Mr. Blank. I'd say play Donkey Kong because I love that game as a child and I'd love to relive it now. Remake Toad because that kind of puzzle platformer needs better graphics. No hard feelings on Peach. I've just never played it. If I had to rank it by food, DK is the cheeseburger. It's a good classic item. Toad is the fries, good but often soggy and could be better. Peach is the toy from the last promotion. I could do without it. Your thoughts on that food rank? I missed that last question when I fucking put your comment in. I'll call that the McDonald's of food rankings. Not great, but I don't hate it. That's not the order I would go in, but I do get on board with like making one the cheeseburger, making one the to be improved fries, and making one the crappy toy. I can get on board with that. Just not in that order is all. Ant-Man 242 says, I'd play Captain Toad because it's one of those games I started but never beat. I'd remake Donkey Konga with new songs and the ability to play with Joy-Cons, though we all know how much Nintendo loves their accessories, which unfortunately leaves Super Princess Peach on the chopping block because them's the rules. Oh yeah, if they release Donkey Konga now, well, no, I think now they'd probably use the Joy-Cons, but they'd probably fucking sell drums you can put your Joy-Cons in or fucking some shit anyways. I'm going with the majority of you. 35% voted the way I would this week, as did Slippy Toad's Taint. Great username, who said, this is easy. Play Slippy Toad's Taint. Play Captain Toad because that little guy needs more attention. Erase Donkey Konga because we have to buy those stupid bongo things is dumb. And I guess remake Super Princess Peach because them's be the rules. Actually, pretty similar order for me. Or pretty similar logic. Frankly, I'd play Captain Toad because it's the one Wii U game that I missed that I was interested in. And I never did. I think they ported it too. And I never got around to playing it. I love those levels in Mario 3D World though. So I'm playing Captain Toad for sure. And then I'm going to remake Super Princess Peach, which I've also never played. But I'm going to change it because I'm assuming it's too easy. And I want to make it tough as balls. I want it to become Nintendo Souls-like. Is the Super Princess Peach series. And she's just a fucking badass with her like parasol and shit. And they're just like the toughest games in the Nintendo library. Fuck yeah. And then I'm going to race Donkey Konga because, yeah, I agree. Having to buy those stupid bongo things is dumb. By their gimmicks, it's not the worst. But I'm not playing it over the other two. Not even fucking close. So thank you everybody that wrote into the show to play along as always. What have I been playing over the last week? And then we're going to get into Luigi's Mansion. I've been playing Mina the Hollower. Just finished it. Fucking awesome. Review up now on Expansion Pass if you are interested. I just started 007 First Light. Only about an hour in. It seems very cool. I am a little bit concerned about the stealth because I fucking hate stealth. But all my friends that have played it are like, dude, it's like if you don't want to stealth, you won't have to. So I'm still working through the tutorial of that fucking game. But I'm intrigued. The first mission was very, very cool. Like the prologue mission. So I'm pretty intrigued by 007 First Light. I bought Adventures of Elliot when I was drunk in Boston. And started playing it. And I really like everything about it except it talks too fucking much. But I haven't put a lot of time into it yet. And then for the podcast, I'm playing The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and Road Rash 2. Which will hopefully be the next 2 episodes of the show. That's what I'm aiming for. So, okay. Let's plan out here. I'll play a retro gaming ad. We'll let a sponsor in to peddle their wares. And when we get back, it's Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon from here to the moon. All right. Remember, the game will return after these messages.
You've got one night to save Mario from the supernatural. Luigi's Mansion. Only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
Hey hot dogs, now is the time to elevate your gaming performance with Alienware Days of Deals, happening right now and bringing you tremendous savings on all the gear you need to game. Buy any Alienware PC and get 50% off on the AW2725QF gaming monitor, just $249.99. And you can take your gameplay to the next level with the Area 51 desktop, the Alienware Aurora 16 laptop, and the Alienware 15. These gaming laptops feature Intel Core Ultra processors to deliver serious speed, incredibly fluid graphics, and complete reliability. Whether you're playing competitively or you just want your games to look the best, these systems will give you the advantage. You can also find great offers on displays, keyboards, mice, everything you need to complete your ultimate setup. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your gaming experience for less. Head over to alienware.com/deals today and claim your gear before these offers end on June 28th. Upgrade your game at alienware.com/deals. All right, let's talk some Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. As always, I like to let you nerds sound off on the game we're covering before my guests and I hog the microphone. Let's see what some of you had to say. Maverick said this was actually my first Luigi's Mansion, and I played it fairly recently, 2021. I went to a local game shop and browsed for a game for my 3DS. When I saw it, I thought it'd be a cool way to try one, being a Luigi's Mansion game. This to me is comparable to plain chips or animal crackers. There's no wow factor, but it's tasty enough to keep you chugging away, and next thing you know, you've eaten the whole bag. Nothing was mind-blowing, and the controls were a little weird, the inverted up and down. The 3D factor was a cool little bonus, but like other 3DS games, it only when it worked properly. However, I recently completed the first Luigi's Mansion, and I will say I did enjoy Dark Moon more than the OG. Hopefully 3 is better than both. That's wow. Really? Hey, you liked Dark Moon more than 1. You are a Maverick. That's fascinating. I don't know. You probably will like 3 better than both then. I would probably, like, not to spoil my review, but I'd probably rank them 1, 3, 2. All good. But I'd probably rank them 1, 3, 2. So if you liked 2 more than 1, you'll probably like 3 more than 2, I would think. Snorlax says, I remember playing most of the way through this before I sold my 3DS. It's a good little game, but it lost a lot of the magic and spooky factor I remember from the GameCube version. Agreed. Also, thank you for waking up to write into the show as a Snorlax. Also, do you regret selling your 3DS? Because I fucking do. God damn it. Those things are... How the fuck are those still going up in price? Jesus, there's like 3 billion of them out there. Fuck me. Tommy Simps says, I was super excited for this game when it was first announced. However, I never finished it. I only got about 60% of the way through. It was a great game, beautiful graphics for the 3DS, but my brain was expecting another GameCube-like Luigi's Mansion. The mission structure kind of took the air out of my balloon. A solid 3 out of 5 game for me. Luigi's Mansion 3 is the true successor in my mind. I agree. I don't want to spoil my thoughts, but I kind of agree with all that, actually. Maybe I'd probably go a little better than 3 out of 5. But I do agree with maybe not. I don't know. Let me see what score I give. Maybe not. I don't know. J-Smack says, this is the game that solidified how much I don't like puzzle games. It's embarrassing, too, because I feel like an idiot getting stuck so often. Luigi's Mansion 1 and 3 didn't trip me up as much, but this one had me looking up obvious stuff I feel like I should have known. Don't feel bad, J-Smack. I had to look up 2 or 3 different things. I had to look up how to fight the fucking spider boss, and I had to look up parts of the ice world. So don't feel bad, buddy. I'm a fool right there with you. Right there in the trenches with you. Sexy Man says, the first game is an all-time favorite, but this was a lot of fun to have on the go. I didn't think the third was as good, but I replayed the GameCube one before it came out, and there was some inverted muscle memory. That said, I never had a problem with the second game and probably went through it twice. It's a shame this is the one with the least characterized ghosts. That is actually very true. Very true. Most of you seem to think the same as me. Like, I'm looking forward to getting into this one because I really have grown to appreciate the Luigi's Mansion series. Like, I really do like all 3 games. I just like one of them best, and it's not this one. But let me tell you why. It's time to get there. Right at the fucking, I got in 30-minute mark. I guess with the ads we're like a minute behind, but whatever the fuck. Shut up. I tried. I'm going to cue up some Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon music. Easy for me to say. And when it stops, Keegs and I are going to take you back to March 24th, 2013 and talk Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS. I think he played the Switch 2 version, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll enjoy the episode, everybody. Here we go. All right, joining me via the blank phone tonight to talk some Luigi's Mansion. Part 2 is the guy I have deemed the most frightenable of all of my regular guests, and that is the incomparable Keegs. Keegs, how are you, and how scared are you doing a playthrough of Luigi's Mansion?
I'm doing good. I was doing good till you threw me under the bus there.
Well, somebody in the group has to be the most scared, and you've got some cowardly lion in you, I think.
Yeah, I'm skittish. I wouldn't say scared. I'm skittish, like a cat, because I have cats. They've rubbed off on me. Doesn't take much to spook me.
I think that's worse.
Yeah,
I think that's worse. You're like, I'm not scared. I just fucking really jumpy like a cat.
Yeah, I just startle easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not a pussy. He's just like a cat. That's all. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not a pussy. I'm a pussy.
Yeah, I'm a pussy. Every time I hear somebody called somebody else a pussy, I can't. Sorry to sidebar 15 seconds into the episode, everybody, but like all I think of is Big Pussy from Sopranos. I don't know if you're a Sopranos guy, but like,
no, I watched it like here and there, but
okay. There's one of my favorite characters, and his name is literally Big Pussy. So like whenever
Nice.
someone says and he's not a pussy. So
I figured as much. It's just like, the really big guy in a gang, they call him Tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well then okay. Well, we've established your pussiness, so that's good. That was step
Yeah.
1 of this episode. We're talking Luigi's Mansion number 2, Dark Moon. I played this on my 3DS. You played the Switch?
Yeah, I'm playing the Switch version.
Yeah. So I guess I can't ask you how it compares.
I think I played the 3DS version back in the day. Like it feels vaguely familiar, but like I can't like remember. But I also don't know if I'm just confusing that with just Luigi's Mansion 1 because like
Well, yeah,
it is
and
more Luigi's Mansion.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Because like I've played all 3 of these now in the last 5 years, and I like all 3. Like, there's not a bad one, but I definitely think Luigi's Mansion 1 is the best one. Playing through this one, like you and I were just talking about it a little bit off air, and I try to keep the game conversations on the show so we don't have to try to fucking artificially rehab a conversation we just had. But I was just saying to you before we hit record that like I think my biggest gripe with this game, and it was a lot of the comments people wrote in as well, is that like it's not that it's bad by any stretch, but it's like Luigi's Mansion 1 almost felt like Nintendo's Resident Evil. You have this big mansion and you're exploring it and you can go from one room to another and you're backtracking and stuff. And in this one, like it's so linear and it's so level and mission based. And I assume it's partially because it's a handheld game and they wanted to give you a clean.
That's what
What's
I was
that?
thinking. Like that's what I was thinking as I've been playing it. I'm like, okay, this is clearly designed for just like 15-20 minute bursts
Yeah.
on your 3DS.
Yeah, yeah. Which like I listen, I have appreciation for. I get that for sure. But like I don't know, man. I like you're not finished the game yet. I finished through the game and by no means is it bad. But like by the end, it just is it's very the same. You know what? You basically like you fucking that I fucking hate that professor. I hate that fuck.
I think he's kind of funny for a little bit, and then he kind of wears out his welcome.
Well,
like I've been already like through the second mansion. I've been skipping the story because I'm like, okay, yeah, Egad's gonna say something kooky and like make some puns.
Yeah,
and I got that out of the way right away.
I don't disagree with you. Like he is like he's not the like he's more entertaining than say like the owl from Ocarina. You know what I mean? Like at least he has a little bit of like personality to him. But I'll ask you this because I haven't played the Switch version. Is it the fucking 3DS version? Like constantly this motherfucker is calling you.
Oh yeah, he's there. There's one in the second mansion. I don't remember what the puzzle was now because he does it all the fucking time. But like, I didn't even get a chance to try and figure out the puzzle in the room myself. And then it's like, yeah,
that fucking ringtone.
I love the ringtone. I did when I started playing it. I loved the ringtone. I was like, oh yeah, cool, like nice little like, ringtone version of the song. And then like, it's like, okay, dude, you need to stop fucking calling me. Like, I wish I could turn that off. And then there's one time I got stuck. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And then where's Egad? Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
The one time I'm actually stuck, I don't get a fucking hint. But like, sure, don't even let me solve the puzzle. And here we go. Tell me what to do.
Somebody called that out in the comments today. Not about Egad, but they were like, man, this game reminded me why I hate puzzle games. He's like, because I was embarrassed of the frequency in which I got stumped and had to look shit up. And I was like, brother, it's not just you for what was, presumably a kid's demographic fucking game. I got stuck like a shocking amount where I was like, do you remember, I know we're jumping all over the place. I haven't even explained how the game works. I assume everybody knows. You're Luigi, you're in a mansion full of ghosts. You have a vacuum on your back. You suck up ghosts.
Yeah, I will give it that. Like it doesn't try to reinvent the formula from the first game.
No,
it's more of that, which is great.
Yeah.
But give it that right out the gate.
Yeah, 100%. But to your fucking point about Egad, like there were so many times, a shameful amount of times where I would get stuck and I'd just be waiting for the fucking little 3DS call. And I'm like, so every time I open a new kind of door this little fuck is calling me and lectured me about what to do or talking to me and talking shit from his fucking hidey hole. But then when I really genuinely need his help, not only is he nowhere to be found, but Nintendo didn't even include, unless there is a way that I missed, I don't think there's a way to like optionally call him and ask for help.
No, I don't think so.
Like,
not that I found either.
Motherfuck. Like, I'm playing Twilight Princess right now, and I can't remember the name of that goth genie girl that follows you around.
Oh man, I played Twilight Princess. I should know her name.
Marina.
Midna.
At least when you're stuck, you can hit up and like she'll pop up and like give you a piece of advice, like something. Yeah. And I was like, where the fuck is Egad? Yeah, or chirp you, yeah. But like, where the fuck is this Egad? That fucker. I agree with you. That drove me fucking insane.
For how often he calls, you think you would be able to like call him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess the DS is just one way.
God damn it. That being said, I do agree with you that like, so when you've not played it, when he does, like at the beginning of the game, he actually gives you like a DS, like one of the old school gray DSs. Mm-hmm. And that's basically like your phone device that you talk to him with. And I agree with you. At least at first, I thought the little like ringtone thing was pretty cool. And then by the end of the game, it was like the Fuzzy Pickles guy from Earthbound. Where every time it went off, I was like, mother. Because you can't ignore it. The game just freezes and you have to click it and listen to what the fuck Stick has to say. God damn it. But shout out to the DS as a phone. That was a cool touch.
I do like that he always, like in any of these Mario games and like Luigi games that Egad's in, he always gives you like a Game Boy or a DS or something like that.
Yeah,
and then like calls it something else. Like, I don't even think he calls this, like, the dual screen communicate. Like, it's just, like, the dark signaler or something like that in this, maybe?
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, we can just call it the DS for short.
Yeah, that's pretty clever, actually. And I will say, you're right. Like, I was ready to tear that, because I just finished the game, like, 2 days ago, and I was like, I'm so fucking sick of talking to this Tommy Pickles looking motherfucker who will not stop fucking calling me. Tommy Pickles drop. Shout out to Tommy Pickles.
Shout out. Great pull.
Shout out to Tommy Pickle. All the OGs out there, you fucking know. But
speaking of, quick sidebar on Tommy Pickles, just to make everybody else listening feel old. The parents in Rugrats are in their mid-30s.
I saw a meme of that, and it's like it's
Stu
the one
Pickles
where
is like 34.
Yeah, and he's like making pudding at 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
and he
looks fucking rough.
Yeah,
and it's like, that dude is 34, but it's also the 90s, and you could still smoke in a restaurant when he was 34. So that explains it.
I used to love that fucking show. While we're on that topic, do you have a favorite? I always liked Phil. I always liked Phil.
I like the twins.
Yeah, Phil and Lil, they were awesome.
Yeah,
Chucky was kind of a bitch, but he was loyal. So, and then I hate the new baby, Dill or whatever, Tommy's little brother. I wasn't watching by then, but I hate that kid.
Yeah, I didn't like his brother. I was like, I already have an annoying little brother.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out to annoying little brothers.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't need one in my cool cartoon that I like.
Yeah. I need to let all of you out there know, if you're in a house with two brothers, the second one, almost guaranteed you were an accident. I'm just telling you. Like, my brother was an accident. I'm positive. Like, they had me and they were like, wow, we fucking nailed it. And then he fucking... Anyway,
mine wasn't an accident, but the timing was.
Yeah. No, I consider Josh. I've told him that to his face. You were an accident. But, and he's like, how do you know? And I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough about my parents' sex life. Where were we here? We were talking about Professor Egad, right? At least I'll give the game credit. Like, for a game where the story really doesn't, like, at least in the first,
there's no story.
No, like we're going to be comparing this to the first game a ton because the first game, I'll go as far as to say, quite frankly, I think Luigi's Mansion 1 is kind of underrated.
Mm-hmm.
When people think of the GameCube, I think they think of like Smash Brothers and the sports games, and I don't know. That's what I think of.
Yeah, like it's definitely like. Commercially it's underrated, but like this series does have like a huge cult following.
Yeah.
Where they absolutely just fucking love Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. And when I finally got around to playing the first one, I was like, this is fucking sick. It was really good. And
I get it.
Yeah. Cause like I didn't play Luigi's Mansion 1 at launch with the GameCube because I'll be honest, I was one of those people's whose knickers were in a knot because I was like, where the fuck is
Where's
my Mario?
Yeah.
I like
I don't
Luigi a
think we
lot.
got it. I don't think we got it at launch either. We got Wave Race instead.
Yeah.
Right,
And
Wave Race was the other launch title. It was Luigi's Mansion, Wave Race, Blue Storm.
I
And
feel
then
like Star
Sunshine
Wars
came out later.
Yeah, I think Star Wars was near launch
Yeah,
anyways.
I think there's 4, and it was like that. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it was a really weird launch lineup.
It was. And to this day, I don't
Weird
quite
console.
get the logic of like you launched the NES with Super Mario Brothers, you launched the Super Nintendo with Super Mario World, you launched Nintendo 64 with Mario 64, and then you launched GameCube with a Luigi game, which on paper, I'm down. People like Luigi, he's cool, but it wasn't a platformer. To be fair, it wasn't Mario's Missing, but it wasn't a platformer. It was like it was a Resident Evil spinoff where you vacuum up ghosts, and I was like, I'm not fucking playing this. And so
it's like Resident Evil and Ghostbusters.
Yeah. So when I finally played it a few years ago, I fell in love with Luigi's Mansion 1. And I told you, like, we're bringing it back. I know what I'm doing, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sober, I'm sharp. I know what I'm fucking doing here.
Yeah, we got a GameCube like right when they came out, but yeah, like I said, we got Wave Race, but there was also barely any GameCube games, it felt like, for like the first couple years.
Yeah.
So we rented it shortly after, and we're like, oh man, this game fucking slaps.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Which I definitely said because I was like 13.
Oh fuck, it fucking slaps. I still though we have regulars that still say slaps, and I'm like, I feel like such an old man because I'm like, I don't say that. But I still say rad and dope. So what the fuck do I know?
So do I.
So with Luigi's Mansion 2, like I never played it when it came out because I hadn't played Luigi's Mansion fucking whatever, and I've been wanting to go back to this one for some time. And when the game first starts and you're like Luigi again and Professor Dickface there is back and he gives you your vacuum and you're going back into a mansion sucking up ghosts. And I was really excited because my favorite thing about Luigi's Mansion 1 is that it's got that Resident Evil tint to it where you go around this big mansion and the whole thing's not accessible at once, but as you're puzzle solving, you can get into new areas and go back to old areas. And I gotta say, man, like this game retains some of the charm of the first one. I don't really like the ghosts, but we'll get to that later. My biggest beef with this one is that, like, well, I understand the more formulaic linear like mission levels might lend themselves to a handheld video game. It took Luigi's Mansion 1, where you had this cool ghost sucking formula exploring this mansion, and basically stripped away like all the exploration or most of it, and we're basically like, now you just go into levels and suck up all the ghosts until EGAD calls and pulls you out, and then you do it again.
Yeah, you get to explore 20% and then 40%, then 60, 80, then finally the whole level. And by the time you do that, it's like, okay, well, I've seen a bunch of these rooms 5 times now. I don't want to explore the full mansion.
And on top of that, the levels aren't that big.
Yeah. Like you can go back and capture the boos. Like after you unlock the boos, you can go back and find them. I haven't done that. I don't think I will. I happened to stumble across a boo in the second one.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
I did looking around. I was like, oh hey, cool, a boo. I'm glad I don't have to come back to this level now.
Yeah, like when you're playing through it, like so when you played the first one, there were all these boos around, and you like 100% the game you had to catch all the boos, and it was like really cool to like find where they were hiding and catch them and stuff. In this one, like the boos are like 99%. There's a couple near the end you got to deal with, but most of them are optional. And if you happen to come across one, it's cool. You can catch them and get like at the end of every level, you'll get like a 1, 2, or 3 star score. And then if you caught the boo, it'll mark down that you caught the boo. So like, I appreciate that they put the extra replayability in of finding those boos and catching them. And they also have like each level has like the assortment of like 15 gems or diamonds or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, all the gems.
And it's cool if you find one of those as well. But I agree with you. Like the only way I would ever feel inclined to go back and find every boo or find every gem or try to get the 3-star score at every single one is, as some of you probably were this, which is great. If I was a kid and this was like the game I got for Christmas, and it's like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's
also
not, and that's
my minor nitpick on the boos. Like they don't even introduce the boos until the 4th mission. But then there's a bunch of boos that are in the first 3 missions. Like when I completed the mission, I'm like, okay, I got the 1 star because I suck. And I'm
I got
like,
a
what's
lot of
this?
1 stars
I'm like,
too.
what's this other little empty thing? Like, I don't even know what that is until I'm almost done the first mansion. And it's like, oh, it's a boo. Oh, I have to go back and find the boos. Like, it would have been
Yeah.
nice to be able to like stumble across them beforehand. Like maybe like I don't know if they should have just had the very first mission, be like, oh, so there's boos here, because like I guess it is for kids. That's why I said it's a minor nitpick, but I'm just like, man,
Yeah. No, I agree. Well,
I
but
wish
like
you
I
could have
might
at least stumbled across them before they got properly introduced.
but I might be
No, because you
wrong.
wouldn't have had the flashlight. Never
That's what I
mind.
was gonna say. You get that
Yeah.
like the rainbow flashlight that makes them appear, and you don't have it at first. But that's something else I don't understand too. Is like so like I get we haven't really explained how the game works. If by chance you've never played any of these, you basically have like a flashlight, and then you have like a Ghostbusters pack that's a vacuum. And when you find ghosts, not boos,
Except
but
it's literally just a vacuum.
it's literally just a vacuum.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work like like a vacuum like the proton pack does. It's literally
No,
just a vacuum
it
cleaner
literally is just like a
with like
vacuum
some
on your
magic
back.
tech in it. It's
And
hilarious.
yeah, and then you have like a basic flashlight. And when I say you find ghosts, I mean not boos. There's these like green ghosts, yellow ghosts, red ghosts. They're like generic looking ghosts. And when you find them, you need to flash them in the light with your or flash them in the eyes with your flashlight to stun them. And then you do this cool. I actually really enjoy the vacuuming mechanic.
Yeah,
You hit the
the
vacuum button, and
pulling of the ghosts.
yeah, they'll start getting sucked in, and they'll like do the thing where they're fighting to get out and like swimming away. And what it is once they start getting sucked into your vacuum, you need to pull your analog in the opposite direction the ghost is pulling in to like drain their health to zero so that you can catch them and suck them up. And it's I gotta say, dude, even the whole way through the game, near the end, I got a little bit frustrated at just the number of ghosts I had to catch at once. But I never got tired of the ghost catching mechanic. Like it's very well done.
Yeah, it's like a
Uh,
fishing mini game.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Kind of
that's
how
a great way to
the
put it.
if yeah for those who haven't played that's what the fight in the ghost is like. It's like
It
a fishing mini game. You got to pull against the fish, but it's a ghost. You have
yeah,
a vacuum.
if I could,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of a hot take because I'm such a Ghostbusters junkie. I actually find the ghost vacuuming mechanic in this more fun than the ghost catching mechanic in the Ghostbuster game from like
Ooh.
the same era.
Oh,
Because
like the PS3 one?
yeah,
I never played that one.
it's cool.
That's where it was just like, hey, instead of making another movie, we just made a video game.
Yeah, and it's a cool
Right?
game. But I actually, by and large, I find the Luigi's Mansion vacuuming mechanic more fun.
Mhm.
So then in this one, like, so you have your flashlight and you've got your vacuum, and then you can power up your vacuum by collecting money throughout the. Because in the first game, you
Oh
inherit this
man.
mansion that's full of money. In this one, you just happen to go somebody's mansion that's full of money, and
Man, you need so much fucking money for the upgrades, and there's feels like there's so little money in the levels.
oh, it's so it's really like it's a great side thing that like when you're in like a hallway where there's no ghosts and nothing to do, at least you're checking doors and checking curtains and checking cupboards and stuff. And you're like finding
Mhm.
extra coins and gold bars and cash laying around. And like sometimes it's really fun. You'll solve like a puzzle and then a whole bunch of cash will come floating out and you can vacuum it all up. And it's kind of neat. But I do agree, like I never did get all the upgrades and I did quite a bit of cash hunting because like, especially in the later, like, every time you go back to the main hub, you deposit all the cash you had. And when you hit a certain threshold, you upgrade, either you make your vacuum stronger or you make your flashlight stronger. And you have to suck up a lot of
Yeah.
fucking cash.
Like I find most of the first couple, like the levels in the first two mansions, because like we said, like I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm enjoying it well enough that I am gonna keep plugging away at it. But like I get like about 300 to 500 like gold coins, whatever it is, per mission.
Sure.
And like I've only done 10 like I'm almost halfway to my third upgrade. I don't know how many upgrades are, but it feels like I'm so far. It's like 7,000 coins for this upgrade, and I have like 5,200 towards that upgrade or something like that. I guess that's more than half. I can't count.
Yeah.
But like it feels like it's just like, man, because like that's on level like that. The 3 to 500 is when I'm opening like every drawer.
Yeah.
But it's like we said, you have to revisit these same levels over and over again. I'm like, I don't want to open every drawer again.
Yeah.
I already opened all these drawers twice.
Well, I get the impression that like part of it is probably to, again, provide that replay or extend the play value. You know, you're going through everything and looking for everything. I don't want to sound like I'm dunking on it, because like it's fun and it's fun to suck up the money and like it's neat. I will say personally, I think the money part could have been better implemented if you had brought it back to the base and he was like, hey, if you can finance it, I can build these upgrades for like the classic, and then you can choose, do I want to upgrade what?
Yeah, because like you don't even know what your upgrade you're getting until you get it.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of weak.
So,
like
the
just
first
let me
upgrade
choose.
is like it upgrades your like when you're sucking up the ghosts, you charge up a little meter, and then once it's full, you can press the A button, do like a huge blast. It sucks up a bunch of their HP if they have a lot, or just like instantly finishes them off and sucks them into the vacuum. Your first upgrade, you get like an extra charge to that. And then the second upgrade upgrades your like goofy flashlight, your super flashlight, whatever
and then,
it is.
but then after that, all it does is it gives you another extra charge on your vacuum, and then a longer flashlight, and then another charge. Like it just goes back and forth.
It's just the two.
Yeah, which I think is like kind of lame. And that was the other.
But like, yeah.
Well, and that's the other point I was going to make on the flashlight, is that like you're 3 or 4 missions into the game, and then it gives you this second flashlight, this like rainbow one that you can use to make things that are like possessed appear. Like doors that are invisible will now appear with it. The boos are invisible, now they'll appear with it. And when I got that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I hate that I have to go replay these couple levels again if I want 100% it, but I'm like, at least I'm getting new abilities. And I kept expecting the game to give you more new abilities, and then it never really does. It gives you that one, and then they're like, all right, you know enough now. And so I was like, well, if you're only going to introduce one new ability, why wait 4 levels and then give it? Why not just give it to me out of the gate?
Yeah, it should have been given out of the gate if it was the only thing. Because that, like you said, I was kind of expecting in the second mansion to just like get another new ability. Like I'm also glad on the flip side that they didn't just like keep giving a whole bunch of new abilities and like bloat it, because like part of the charm of the game is that it's fairly simple.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll agree with that.
But yeah, the way the timing of them implementing the weird flashlight feels like they were gonna at least give one more new ability.
Yeah. Like minor complaint, but just my choice is like, you either give me half a dozen new abilities or you just give me them all out of the gate. I would have rather just had them all and then just moved on. So we'll take the break here. When we get back, we'll talk about I want to talk about some of the ghosts, because Luigi's mansions live and die by their ghosts, and this one, no pun intended there. This one kind of, And then, I don't know, I'm sure we'll have other stuff to talk about, whatever. Remember the Game will return after these messages.
Mario's younger brother Luigi has been lurking in his sibling's shadow for way too long, but no more. Welcome to Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. When Luigi inherits a mysterious mansion that's overrun with paranormal activity, Brother Mario suddenly vanishes into the mysterious beyond. Terrified of the spooky house, Luigi bravely faces his fears and sets out to rescue his brother. Armed with only a flashlight and vacuum cleaner, Luigi tiptoes through the mansion's many rooms and hallways, facing off against a host of nefarious ghouls and ghostly apparitions. Ghosts freeze after being flashed, which gives Luigi the opportunity to suck them up with his vacuum. Just be aware of the surprise attacks from the rear. Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. It's frighteningly fun.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. For some, summer is their favorite season. Travel picks up, the kids are out of school, adventure is the focus. But for others, juggling it all can be tough, and it can lead to feeling overwhelmed and actually counting down the minutes until the kids are back in school. And many worry they're wasting the days of sunshine. I always feel guilty when I'm not outside this time of year, so I try to get out for a walk every day. I eat my lunch on the deck, anything to just get a little bit of sun. It's so good for you, and so is therapy. It can teach you how to set boundaries, sort out your priorities, and help make sure you enjoy your summer instead of spending the whole thing worrying about all the stuff you need to do during it. BetterHelp has helped over 6 million people talk to therapists around the world. You just fill out a quick questionnaire to let them know what's keeping you up at night, and they match you with one of their over 30,000 therapists, all fully licensed in the U.S. You can meet with your therapist online, and if your pairing isn't a fit, you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/rememberthegame. That's betterhelp.com/rememberthegame. Okay, so we were saying before so one of the I don't want to say complaints, but one of the ways I think this game falls short of the first is the way it pulls back on the exploration and makes it so much more linear. The
Mm-hmm.
other way that I think this game really misses the mark from the first and the third, because the third kind of goes more to that somewhat linear mission style as well, but much better than this one does. The other game that the other thing 1 and 3 do so much better than 2 is like, I just think the ghosts have more personality.
Yeah, I
Like,
noticed that like there's no like cool weird ghosts. Like even the bosses are just like the same ghost possessing a different boss.
yeah. And like you basically get the green ghost, which is like the basic one, the yellow ghost, there's like the pink one, the big angry red one, and the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the purple one. But like the green ones at least are kind of funny. Like later in the game, they like take over the mummies, and you need to zap mummies in the eyes, have them run into walls to knock them down. Then you suck the bandages off of them, and then a ghost is inside on stilts. And it's
Okay,
like, see, that's
that's kind of
funny.
neat. Yeah,
That's funny. Or like the ghost will, but other than that, dude, other than that, then the only other thing the green ghosts do, it's cool that they'll like put on sunglasses or hold something in front of their face to block the flashlight from hitting them in the
yeah,
eyes, but it's only cool for a little while, and then you're like, I just have to wait for them to move it, then flash them in the eye. It's just the same fucking thing. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
really found that disappointing that like
Oh,
the third
there's
one in particular, they go to fucking, they take the ghosts to like level 10. They're fucking hilarious. In this one, once you fought like the green and red ghosts like 50 times, then when you come across more, you're like, oh boy, more green and red ghosts.
Yeah, there was one level in a graveyard which when you find the toad in the second mansion, you
Mm-hmm.
fight the three ghost sisters in the graveyard that circle
Mm-hmm.
around you. That was kind of neat. I was like, "Oh, cool." Like, but then there's like no personality to those ghosts either. It's like slightly different mechanics for fighting them, but then they all just do the same thing. They just spin around you, then one of them moves their mirror, you blast that one with your light and then
Yeah.
try and suck them up. I was just
Like,
like, I saw them, the three of them pop up. I was like, oh, cool. We are getting like new, different, weird ghosts. And then we kind of didn't.
no, I was disappointed in that. Like, it's cool that like they make the ghosts do funny things. Like the three sisters, I actually found that fight to be a pain in the fucking ass
Oh, I fucking hated that fight. Yeah.
because
Like
you
I was
couldn't do enough
almost dead so
damage.
often. Like I'm so
Yeah.
glad that what I ended up doing is because like the other two that you don't start trying to suck up, they charge at you right away. So what I did is I just let the ghost I was trying to suck up drag me around the
Me too.
graveyard away from the other ones, and then I started doing the like fighting part of it. But like
Yeah.
it took me a long time to figure that one out, and that was the
Me too.
closest. That was the closest I came to dying. I haven't died yet in any levels,
Oh.
but that was the closest I came. Thank fuck each round, whether you get to like suck up a bunch of their health or just like fuck up, a crow flies by and you can blast it with your flashlight for a heart. If that
Yeah.
was not the case, I would have been toast. Because like
Oh.
I went into that fight at like 40 health because I kept fucking up earlier, trying to like guide Toad, and
Yeah.
then that fight started and there's three ghosts. I was like, I think I might finally die.
Oh.
And
Those
it was
three.
close. The whole fight, it was touch and go. There were some times where I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try and like get any damage on them. I'm just, as soon as they pop up, I'm gonna blast a flashlight at the mirror just to get them to go away, so a crow will come by and give me
Yeah.
hearts. But then I would not run out of the way in time, and one of them would hit me anyways, and I get closer to death. Like I think they got me down to like 7 HP. It was so
Dude,
close.
I
I
was
was like, I'm not redoing
ashamed.
this fucking level. I would have
No.
rage quit right then and there.
I was ashamed at how long it took me to finally. So, like, if you've not fight these three fucking, it's like three sisters, and they're going around you, and there's like a tiny one, a medium one, and a big one, and the biggest one's got more health, etc. One moves their mirror, and you can try sucking them up, but when they do, the other two, like Keek said, will attack you. And for the longest time, I was doing like 5 damage and then letting go before I got hit, and I was like, there has got to be a way to do this that is faster than this fucking shit. And then I finally realized the same thing as you. Get your vacuum hooked on it, let the one drag you out of the middle of the three, then you can attack for a minute. But holy fuck, it took me so long.
It
And you
took me a
mentioned,
long time too. Like I think that level, like especially because like that's like a mini boss that you fight at the end of that level, which is already kind of a long level.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like
and
that whole level, I think my time on it was like 45 minutes.
and you mentioned you never
I was
died.
like, and I was like, that's why I was about to rage quit. I'm like, man, I've spent almost a fucking hour on this level and I'm about to die here. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
That's my single biggest gripe with this fucking game is some of the levels are not very long. Some of them can be, but when you die, you have no extra life. You get one extra life if you find a gold bone in a level, which is in a random place. If you find the gold bone, then when you die, the ghost dog comes and revives you once. So it's like a one up. You get one
I
extra
found the
try.
bone a couple times and I had no idea what it was for.
That's what it is. If you do
But
die,
yeah.
he'll save you.
I ended up
But
looking it up. I was like, what are these gold bones for? I'm like, I'm collecting them. And it shows it if you find it at the end of the level when it's showing everything you collected. It's like, oh, you collected the gold bone. Like, okay, is it like an extra collectible like the gems? That's kind of neat.
that's what I
But
thought
then it
too.
wasn't showing up.
Yeah.
And so I had to Google. I was like, Luigi's Mansion 2 Golden Bone. Like, oh, it revives you if you die. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Un-
Guess I'm
un-
just too good at video games. I haven't died yet.
yeah, until the first time I died, I thought that's all it was as well. And then the first time I died, I was like, fuck. And then the bone saved me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty dope. But the dying thing, dude, you can play one of these levels and it can be like a so the problem isn't that the level is particularly long because it might only be like 15 or 20 minutes. But if you run out of health and you die, there is no checkpoint in the mission. You have to do the whole mission again. And my problem isn't necessarily with having to do a 15 or 20-minute mission again, but the first time you go through each level, like 3/4 of the charm of this game is never knowing what's behind the next door, what ghost you're going to run into, solving the puzzles. Because some of the puzzles, like with Toad and stuff, are kind of cool.
The puzzles
But
are solid. I'll give it
yeah,
that. It's and especially like we were talking about earlier, getting coins. There's like the little mini puzzles that
yeah,
you play in the levels, and I've noticed even in the same mansion, you're revisiting the same rooms. That same puzzle won't necessarily be in that room. They'll slightly tweak it just enough of those puzzles. I wish they tweaked it a little bit more in between each mission, but obviously it's a handheld.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, as much as it feels like I'm shitting on the game a lot, I am going to give it a lot of grace at the end when it comes to my score because, yes, this is a handheld. I'm just unfortunately sitting on my couch playing it on my TV and want to just, like, sit down and play the game.
Yeah, I agree. I've been hard on it, but the biggest problem is that it's not. For me, the biggest problem is that it's not 1 and 3.
Yeah,
Um,
that's for me. I haven't played 3. It's not Luigi's
it's
Mansion 1.
it's not Luigi's Mansion. Yeah,
I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm probably going to finish it, but it's just like, it just makes me want to play Luigi's Mansion 1.
yeah. So what I was saying, when you fucking die, I was so angry at a couple of times, particularly in the fucking ice level. You fucking die, and then I
Oh
have to
yeah,
go into
you're
a.
telling me there's an ice level.
You have to do 20
Wouldn't be
minutes
Mario
again.
without ice.
I have to do 20 minutes again. I already know the puzzles. I know everything there is to do. So now you're just going through the motions of replaying the level to get back to the part that you died. And there's one part in this fucking ice level where you have to like balance. There's a few parts in the game where you have to balance on like a beam and walk across. And I don't know what it's like on the Switch version, but on the 3DS version, I don't know if there's a way to turn it off or toggle it. If there is, I couldn't find it. It literally uses like the gyro controls of the 3DS.
Oh yeah, you should be able to turn it off.
That's what I saw online.
Yeah, I turned it off on the Switch. The Switch version's got gyro controls for like everything right off the hop. And yeah, I immediately went and started fucking with the controls. Because I think it's just an HD remaster, so it still has that kind of clunky handheld controls even on the Switch. Like, and I've tried using like inverted controls and like nothing helps. It's just kind of clunky. Like constantly when I'm trying to like move my flashlight around to like look at stuff, I'm putting it the wrong way. Trying inverted controls doesn't make it feel more intuitive. It's just kind of got some handheld clunk.
There's one part of this fucking ice world where you need to balance across this. There's a bridge that's broken. And if you've played it, I guarantee listeners that have listened, you know what I'm talking about. There's this broken bridge and you have to fucking walk across one side of it. But as you're trying to walk across it, the wind will blow at you. So then you need to tilt harder into the wind, but then bring it back before as the wind lets go. And I game over there because I fell so many fucking times. And I was so mad that like I put this game down for 2 days and I was like, that might be it. Like that. And then I had to do a lot of soul searching and I was like I've come on here and done episodes, Aliens Isolation, great example, Alien Isolation. I've done episodes where I've come in here and been like, sorry guys, I rage quit at this point. I never finished it. Fuck you. And I really had to do some soul searching. Like, what's the meme where the guy from the guy that plays Pablo Escobar is like in his pool and on the swing set and sitting at his table? That's me.
Arms and hands back, just kind of looking off into the distance.
And that's me trying to decide if I want to go onto the internet and say I rage quit Luigi's Mansion 2. And I was like, because I was fucking close on that fucking ice.
I almost did on the second boss here too. The fucking stairs. Oh,
which one's the stairs? I don't remember that.
So the second boss in the haunted towers, you get there and it's just like an endless, well, not quite endless, but a really, really long staircase, and there's 3 sets of stairs, and then you just have to like, there's all torches beside the stairs, and so you have to go up each one where there's no torches, but like because it's got the perspective that it moves away from you, you have to like look and try and memorize as many as you can, and then try and like remember the pattern and follow it up. And if you hit the wrong stair, you slide all the way back down and have to catch a ghost, just a single ghost, usually a green one. So it's just like a super inconvenient.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
I was
that.
playing, like I just finished that level, that boss before we started recording. I was just like, after that and the 3 sisters on the graveyard last night when I was playing, I was just like, man, I'm about to tell Adam that I rage quit Luigi's fucking Mansion.
But the only thing that made those stairs doable was that it like at least it saved your progress every time you fell.
Yeah, it still took me like 7 tries.
Oh,
like,
it was
I
tough.
don't know, is that a lot?
Like,
it feels like a lot for me. I'm like, it's still a kid's game. 7 feels like a lot.
I finally what I was doing there like was because you can see up this like infinite stairwell, and there's 3, like a torch on the left, a torch in the middle, a torch on the right, and you need to figure out like which of the 3 staircases you have to take. I finally just started saying it to myself like a phone number.
Oh, that's what I was doing. I was just counting 5. About 4 or 5 is about all I could see before the perspective got too fucky for me to. Because you only have a few seconds too of it showing like no torch, and then all the torches light up, and you just have to remember. So I would just try and do like 4 or 5 and be like left, middle, left, right, left, middle, left, right.
Yeah,
and then go up, and then just guess on the last one, slide all the way back down. The music in that boss fight is cool. I will say the music is the best part of that boss fight because it's just got like whatever music's playing, and then as you get further and further up the stairwell, it keeps crescendoing like faster and louder. I'm pretty sure crescendo is the right word. A music nerd will yell at me in the Discord or on the comments or something.
We'll get it.
It does crescendo. There's probably another musical term for what it also does, but it does get louder and faster, which is cool as you go up the stairs, and then you slide all the way back down and it goes back to the normal pace. It builds back up again as you get back up. That part's cool. The rest of that boss fight fucking sucked. The first boss, the spider boss, was really cool, but that second one was not a great boss. Considering the rest of the level was really cool, I found.
I liked that spider boss too.
The spider boss was really fucking cool. I liked the idea of the staircase. I was like, okay, yeah, kind of memory. And then the actual boss fight itself was super lame.
Yeah.
It's just like the staircase that just tries to bite you and then you just suck its tail.
Yeah. I do remember that now. Yeah.
That boss fight sucked. First boss fight, great. Second boss fight sucked. I'm hoping the next couple are better when I get to them.
There weren't a lot of other boss fights that I really didn't hate or that I hated. I will say, near the end, you fight the boo train. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about, where the train is going around you and is sending the boos at you. And I actually thought that was, what, are you going to release the train with the boos, and when it honks, it shoots boos at you? But I liked that fight. I thought that was really cool. But the last like level of the game before you go deal with King Boo, the EGAD is messaging you and he's like, the paranormal levels are hitting critical mass. Hurry, Luigi. I must have game overed there half a dozen times, not because I ran out of health, but because at some point, you basically are just going from like room to room on this floor. It shows you which rooms have ghosts in them, and you're just running from you can pretty much do them in whatever order you want, but you're running from like room to room trying to find all the rooms with ghosts. And then you have to catch all the ghosts in that room to like neutralize the paranormal levels. And after a while, he's like, the paranormal levels are getting out of control, and a 3-minute timer shows up. And if you can't clear enough rooms by the end of the 3-minute timer to reset the 3-minute timer, it doesn't even matter if you're out of health or not. There's too many ghosts and the world collapses and you have to do the whole level over again. And I died there
I might be
many
rage
times.
quit. I might rage quit on that level.
Oh
when
my
I
God.
get there. That might be the end of my journey.
There's one room in that fucking level where it's these 3 blue ghosts, and they're the shittiest ones in the game. These fucking skinny blue ghosts, and they'll pop out from in a piece of furniture, throw something at you, and then go back into the furniture.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah, so you'll go up to like and so I'm on this clock. The 3-minute thing is counting down. I'm like, let's fucking go. And then I get to this room and I trigger one cupboard. One of the blue ghosts comes out. I flash him. As soon as I start catching him, the other 2 blue ghosts come up and start throwing shit at me, knock me down. So then the one gets away. I burned the entire 3 minutes, and I'm like, I can't throw my 3DS because they're too expensive at this point to have to buy another one. Yeah. I was so mad at that fucking level. Oh, that to me, that was and I will say that everyone listening to this has played video games, right? And like, I want to like in most forms of media, you got to end strong, right? Like the main event of a wrestling show, a comedian's last joke is their best joke. The last act of a movie's big, like, or whatever, like. That's what you remember. Like, I don't know about you, but like when I finish a video game, one of my lasting impressions of it is like how the last like half hour of the game treated me. And I don't want to rip Luigi's Mansion 2 a new ass for it, because I do like this. I feel like I've been harder on it than I should be for the score as well, because I don't hate the game. It's just inferior compared to the other ones. But the end of this fucking game, dude, that fucking level where you're on the 3-minute clock made me so mad. And I was like, you couldn't come up with like one big, fun, creative, because you do have to fight King Boo, and like it's a fine final boss fight. It's not particularly ingenious, but it does the job. You fight him and it's fun. But up until then, you have to do this part where you're running around the mansion, and I was like, is this really the best you could come up with for the last mission of your game? Is just make me catch the same ghosts I've been catching the entire game, but now have to do it on an annoying clock where if I fuck up one room and burn 90 seconds, I'm basically I'm fucked and I'm going to have to start over again. I really found that to be a letdown of an ending. I really, once you're through there and then you go deal with King Boo and stuff, it's pretty awesome. King Boo fight's pretty rad, actually. But
what about the other 2 boss fights?
I honestly don't remember what they. I don't remember what they were. I played most of this before my trip.
Okay, well, I'll figure it out when I get to them. Like I said, we started strong with that spider. And then the bar has been set real low with that staircase fight.
Yeah, the spider was fucking awesome.
Third boss can't be worse than that.
The Haunted Towers boss. Now I'm interested in what I'm forgetting. King Boo is pretty good. Okay, the staircase. The staircase is a motherfucker.
The old Clockworks is the next level I have.
That one. I actually like that one. That's one where you're like on this giant clock, and you basically have to fight through like all 12 hours. And it's a little bit annoying that if you fuck it up, it basically rewinds and you have to do all the fights again. But I actually didn't. It was done in a way where I didn't hate it. I actually enjoyed running around on that clock fighting all these fucking ghosts. I actually thought, oh, buddy, the other one that's gonna fuck you around, you have to fight these fucking ghosts. These ghosts take over these fucking knights, these suits of armor. And the actual, like, when they're just in mini suits of armor as the knights, it's actually kind of cool because you have to lure them onto these 3 rugs and then pull the rugs out from under them and knock them down, and then the ghosts run away. It's pretty rad. I like it. But then they all fucking go and power up this like super awesome Megazord fucking knight, and then he comes in, and I died there so many fucking times too, because you need to get his fucking big metal ass to stand on 2 of the 3 rugs at the same time so that you can pull one out, and then when he's stumbling, you pull the other one out. But you have to like be really close to his feet to get him to stomp them onto the rugs so that it's not even a bad design. I just found it challenging. Maybe I just suck. I just found it challenging. Not even cheap, just challenging. So you're like, I'm standing on one rug and he does his big stomp near me and then he stops lifting his foot. So I'm like, beauty, his left foot's on a fucking rug. Now I got to deal with his right foot. But while you're trying to get him to move his right foot onto another rug, you have to make sure his left foot doesn't move and you need to watch out for his fucking sword he keeps digging into the ground. When you finally beat him, it's awesome. But maybe I just suck at video games. I do have a series called Adam Sucks at Video Games. That guy fucked me.
I think Luigi's got a wacky hitbox in this game. So like maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe you do suck at video games, but like I've noticed his hitbox is a little weird. There's been a couple times where I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that ghost didn't hit me.
I agree.
And it fucking hit me.
Yeah.
I just think that's like another product of it being a handheld, mobile, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like, I do agree with that.
Handheld jank of just like, okay, his hitbox is a little goofy because like the models weren't like super high res back then, and then they just like slapped a high res texture on them, so it's just like maybe his hitbox is a little bit bigger than his model is.
Yeah, I don't know, because I especially on that fucking night fight, because I think the fight is so cool, but I found it so challenging. I dropped multiple. Anyone that's ever watched me stream, when I'm really starting to get mad at a game that keeps beating me, and I think it's horseshit, it starts getting hit with the like, okay, like that's my go-to.
Okay, like, yeah, oh yeah, you know that totally fucking hit me. You're right, like, game. Oh. That was me in that fucking graveyard fight. I was like, no, I definitely dodged out of the way of those two ghosts coming at me, but like, okay, game, you know better than me, I guess.
Yeah,
like it literally does know better than me. But I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, sure, game.
I've wondered that I've wondered how many other people, because I'm embarrassed like when I'm on stream and I'm getting really mad at a game, and I'm not even really mad where I'm like yelling at it, but really mad where I'm like condescendingly talking down to the game, like okay, yeah, whatever you say, piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, it's like, oh, video game, you want to make me feel like an idiot? Oh, okay, Mr. Big Video Game over here. Whoa, like, I'm a video game.
Literally talking to it the way I would like drunkenly talk to someone at a bar if they fucking insulted me, and I'm like, is it just me? The other fight that's pretty cool. This one is you fight this like ice boss, and it's actually it gets really dope. He's like down at the bottom of this like tunnel, and you're like shooting a cannon down at him, trying to crack the ice around him. And at first I thought it was kind of frustrating, but once I got a feel for it, I actually thought it was the coolest boss fight in the game. Once you get a feel for it, because it changes it up. It's not just sucking up a ghost, like just give me something different, and it does that.
That's why I like that spider fight. Yeah, I think also the spider fight, like to bitch about the game again, to lead into the spider fight, you have a whole ass mission where all you have to do is run around the mission that you've already explored very thoroughly by this point and just suck up fucking spider webs. Like, cool, awesome. Just, go clean up all the spider webs so that we can go fight the boss. I'm like, really? And then it's got a counter on it, so it teases you. I'm like, there's 45 spider webs you got to just go clean up. Yeah. And like, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it felt like busy work.
This isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
I was like,
felt like busy
20
work.
spider webs, I still probably wouldn't be happy about it, but like, it felt way too busy work. Especially because like I'm just getting into the groove of the game. I'm like, okay, like it's mission based. That sucks. I want to just like sit down and explore this mansion. Like, okay, I unlocked most of the areas in this mansion now. I can finally explore it. And it's like, okay, by the way, go clean up these spider webs now in the mansion. Like, man.
Yeah, the spider web thing was fucking lame.
There was a couple times where it was cool because you just got to like burn them, and there was a couple puzzles where you had to figure out how to burn the spider webs. But for the most part, like a good 25 of those 45 spider webs were just like, there's a spider web in the corner, suck it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, video games.
Yeah. No, it's I mean, I don't know. Like as we're, kind of getting ready to bring the plane in for a landing.
How dare this kids game be so simple?
Yeah, but also make us both almost rage quit and make me insult it comically over and over again.
You were talking about that in the fucking Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. You almost rage quit in that too, didn't you? And like Pokemon Emerald made you rage quit. Like it's just like, man, what the fuck is up with these kids games? It's like sometimes they're so brain dead easy. They're like, oh man, I can't believe this kids game is made for kids. And
I'm
then on the flip, you're like, what the fuck is this kid's game doing to me?
I don't mean to like double down on it, everybody, because I know I've already talked about it in the intro and stuff, but like that is genuinely part of the reason I'm trying to change this schedule from like every Wednesday to as soon as the game's done, it's going up. Because like I feel like that's genuinely, I'm not saying I'm gonna go back and replay an Alien Isolation or a Metal Gear Solid because I don't love stealth games, but especially stealth games. I truly think part of the reason I get so frustrated with them and don't like them is because I'm on the clock and there's nothing harder for me than when I'm like, I have to have this game done by say Tuesday. And now it's like, okay, in this level, stay in this spot for 20 seconds, then stay here for 20. And I'm just, so then once it kills me twice, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And like, I've always gotten mad at games, but like, I don't get as mad at games when I don't feel like I'm on the clock to beat them, you know? And so I'm trying to get away from that. Cause I've said it many times. If you listen to this show, if you have young kids and they're gamers, I'm begging you, if they've got some gamer rage in them, get that shit out of them now. Take their games away. Tell them that's not how you play video games. Get it out of their system, because my parents didn't do that to me. And now I'm a 42-year-old piece of shit who can't control his fucking temper at video games. And it's so funny because if you know me in real life, buddy, you can come up and insult me and insult my family and insult and I'm just like, whatever. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care. But then it's like, watch me play a video game that beats me in a way that I deem unfair. Not even that is unfair, but that I deem unfair, and I lose my fucking shit. And you're right, I did lose my shit at, like, maybe I'm going squarely because I'm yelling at Pokemon and Luigi's Mansion. Fucking
old man
Jesus
yells
Christ.
at Cloud.
Yeah. Oh, but Pokemon is bullshit though. When one of your guys is fucking paralyzed, then you're like, there's a chance they may not attack every fucking time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, or when no matter what, you can't get the one-hit KO moves to work in the entire game, but you play Giovanni and his Rhydon just sweeps your whole team with Horn Drill. Like, this has a 30% chance of hitting. What the fuck is going on right now?
I don't even. My blood pressure can't take it, man. Anyway, as far as Luigi's Mansion 2 goes, like, I really do want to stress, like, before we put a score on it, like, I know we've criticized, like, this boss was kind of weak. These levels are kind of repetitive. A lot of it just comes from the fact that, like, and lots of games suffer from this, a really good game casts a really big shadow. And Luigi's Mansion 1 was a really good fucking video game. And it did cast a really big shadow. And I think Luigi's Mansion 2 is a very competent handheld version of Luigi's Mansion 1. I think if Luigi's Mansion 2 is the only Luigi's Mansion you've played, you probably don't have a fraction of the issues with it.
Oh yeah. You're probably like, yeah, man, this game's fucking awesome. Like, what are these guys talking about?
Because you just haven't seen the better versions of it. Even with its faults, like, I still think it's a really fun game. Like, the mission structure isn't a bad thing. It's just not as exciting as exploring a mansion. At the end of the day, I think my two biggest genuine gripes with Luigi's Mansion 2 are the ghosts just don't feel like they have as much personality as the other games, and the lack of a checkpoint in some of these missions.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I know
mission based, it's a little punishing.
And it's not even.
Some of these missions feel like a little bit shorter than some of the other ones. Some of them make you
some of them
explore a lot more, and then there's been a couple missions where I'm like, that literally took me 7 minutes.
Oh yeah. And I love NES games, right? Everybody listens to this knows I love NES tough games. So I don't have a problem with a game being difficult and not giving me a checkpoint every 3 seconds and making me start over. Like, that's not my problem. The problem is that so much of the fun of this game is going through a mission for the first time and not knowing what's next. When you have to replay a mission and you know how to solve every puzzle and you know where every ghost is and you just have to, like, go through the motions of redoing it. I don't know what the answer is, because, like, I don't know because I don't want to say the answer is to just give you endless checkpoints, because that's boring too.
Yeah.
But making me redo a level there's no surprise left isn't very fun. So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't love the way they did it, but I don't I'm one of, like, the worst guy is the guy that points out what's wrong with something, and then you're like, well, how would you fix it? I'm like, I don't know.
No
But
fucking clue.
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
a
doing
game
here.
developer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not. I'm
like,
a. That's
it's
your fucking
but I
job.
mean that's kind of like it's tedious having to redo this stuff because like you
Yes.
said the magic of the game is seeing this stuff for the first time. That's
Exactly.
kind of my issue with most Metroidvanias. Is just like you die and then have to go back before you explored a new area, and you're just like, okay, well, like I know how to do all this stuff, and you just have to like keep redoing it to get back to where you were before. That's why I like the ones where it's just like, no, you just you die, boom, you're immediately right back where you were before.
And like, yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe like,
Well,
yeah,
to that point,
like I guess you couldn't do it like in every room, but like
no.
maybe the major fights, because like I haven't noticed too many, not yet anyways, where it's just like you go into a room and then it like locks it down with the purple gates. Like maybe that could be a checkpoint every
Maybe,
other
yeah,
one.
I'd be fine
Like at
with
least
that.
lock you down, at least give you especially it's a kids game. Fuck,
Yeah.
be generous with the checkpoints.
Yeah.
Like
It's I understand that some people will write in and be like, buddy, you're saying you're mad that if you die you have to redo the level when that's literally every video game ever made. Agreed.
Yeah, I am
agreed.
mad.
But the problem is that like Luigi's Mansion, so much of it is based around either very basic puzzles or like the novelty of not knowing what's next. So when you know the puzzles and you know the novelty, the catching ghost thing is fun, but the gameplay loop on its own without the surprise and the puzzles really isn't that fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very bland game without that. So when you've got that, it makes it a lot of fun. Once that's off the table, now it becomes a pretty mediocre vacuum sim.
Yeah.
So, but I really liked it. Like, I'm not saying the game is a mediocre vacuum sim. I'm saying when you have to redo a level when you die, it is. For the most part, I enjoyed the game. I find these games very charming. Like all three of the Luigi's Mansions games, very charming. I still want Luigi to get his own
Nintendo magic.
They do. They've got that Nintendo stank on them for sure. I still want a Luigi platformer, and I know there's Luigi U. That doesn't count. I want like a bottom
the year
up
of Luigi.
Yeah, like I want a bottom up Mario is missing platforming Luigi game. But I gotta say, man, if they've just decided like, hey, platformers are the house Mario built, Luigi's been like his future is in vacuuming up ghosts, he could have done worse. Because I do genuinely enjoy all three of these games.
Yeah, could not even have games like my boy Waluigi. Where's my Waluigi? Where's my Waluigi game?
Where is it,
Nintendo
dating sim? That's what I want. The Waluigi dating sim. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Because he seems like a pimp.
Even if it's bad, I don't care. Because it's just give me Waluigi.
Yeah,
I want him in more than just my sports games.
Smash Brothers Online 1.
You let Camelot invent Waluigi for Mario Tennis. Give them a crack at just a Waluigi game.
Yeah, I agree.
What are they doing these days?
Dude, I don't
Probably
think they'll ever
games
do
for
it.
Nintendo, but
I don't think they'll ever do it. But I want a Super Wario Brothers, like where you platform sweet. as Wario and Waluigi.
That'd be awesome. I'll take it. Like if I have to share the spotlight with Wario, so be it. Just
I think that'd be
give
awesome.
me something that's not like a sports game or Mario Party or whatever with Waluigi. I just want my Waluigi game. Please. I actually thought Nintendo. I know you're listening to this podcast, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Please.
I think it would have been a cool twist if he had been the bad guy in these.
Oh, right. Like even
King
though
Boo
like
is
he's
fine.
not like he's not like the evil version of Mario, like Wario kind of is and
was anyways.
And then isn't anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally just Wario's friend from work.
Yeah.
Like,
I still think it would have been
great.
cool if they'd somehow made him the villain. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if he's not the main villain, have him be like in there as a villain, a recurring villain, like sub villain.
Yeah. Agreed.
Luigi's Mansion 4 with Waluigi.
Yeah. Part of me is like, fucking Nintendo, if you just listen to this show, man, we give you so many great ideas. But also part of me is like, if Nintendo listens to this show, they're sending the Yakuza after me for using their music and stuff. So I don't know if I want that to happen. Okay, we got to score this thing. I should have looked up how many ghosts there are in this fucking game. I'll look up how many boos there are. Let's do that. How many boos are in how many boos are in Dark moon. Oh yeah, the whole point of the game is you need to rebuild this dark moon, but it's stupid.
It's a crystal.
Yeah,
You
it's stupid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't even remember why EGAD wants to rebuild it.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, because the ghosts were chill after the first game,
right?
And then something happened with the crystal. It exploded, and now they're not chill. Because Luigi was just like chilling with the ghosts in his house, and then they started attacking him after the crystal blew up or some shit.
And then, like, for some
Mario
reason,
stuff,
for some reason, right at the end of the game, so like in Luigi's Mansion 1, you like have to save Mario, and Luigi's Mansion 2, for some reason, like the whole point of the game is to rebuild this dark moon to get the ghosts to stop being crazy. And then right at the end of the game, they're like, "Oh yeah, Mario's in a painting again."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it's like, what the fuck?
I did know that. Yeah, that they put Mario in a painting for reasons.
And I was like, if you were gonna put him in a painting, why wasn't he there the whole game? What the fuck? It's just like, fuck.
I bet you he was, and EGAD just like didn't give a shit. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, your brother's been in this painting the whole time.
Yeah,
like, whoa, what the fuck?
I hate your brother.
Yeah.
It says there's 32 total boos to collect. So
perfect.
Let's go out of 32 boos. How many boos would you give Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon?
I'll give it like 27. Like I say, we shit on it a lot in this, but like it's mostly because it's not Luigi's Mansion 1 or 3 for you, but I don't have that frame of reference, but just it's not Luigi's Mansion 1. It's fine. I just wanted to be able to just sit down and just get lost in exploring the mansions, and just EGAD's constantly fucking calling and giving me hints I don't need, and you're constantly having to go back and like leave the levels. I just want to stay in the level. The levels are cool. I just want to explore the level.
Yeah, I agree.
Give us a full-blown remake where it just like changes it from the mission to just like, here's the house, you just go play it like Luigi's Mansion 1, but just with these mansions. That'd be amazing. Yeah.
I hope I get a Luigi's Mansion,
but it's fun.
Someday.
I'm having fun. Like I said, I haven't finished it, but I'm going to. I'm still liking the game.
Oh, it is fun. Yeah, it is fun. I'll give it 25 out of 32. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It is good. Like it's if you're reviewing a trilogy of games that you think is great, like I think the Mass Effect trilogy might be the greatest trilogy of video games ever made. Maybe. And
Spyro would like a word with you. But...
Yeah. You still have to have one has to be the weakest. And like, I might even say I love Luigi's Mansion, but I do think this is the weakest of the three. It's not as creative as 3, and it's not as fun to explore as 1.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like Luigi's Mansion 1 or you like Luigi's Mansion 3, you'd probably enjoy Luigi's Mansion 2. If you're on the fence, I'd wait for a sale, which I guess with Nintendo never fucking happens.
Yeah.
But
I did get this on sale, actually. I actually got a Japanese import for $40.
The Japanese.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you don't understand the plot. The whole game's in fucking
Japanese.
No,
it's a multi-language game, so it's fully in English, but the case is in Japanese.
Oh, okay. No, if you like the other ones, you'll probably like this one. I do think it's the weakest, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It's a fun game. I'll go 25. All right. Done and done. Luigi, I have like 4 Patreon poll winning games on my backlog, and that's 1 gone, which feels pretty good. So.
Hell yeah. Oh, one more quick thing about the game, because we were talking about the story, while like the lack of it. The best part for me after EGAD's humor wears its welcome out is sit there and just watch Luigi during all the story interactions with him. He's just like sitting there. He'll just like doze off. He'll just like start looking around, like not give a fuck, or just like all his reactions. Luigi, I can't believe we didn't talk about this. Luigi's character in this game is fucking incredible.
I agree.
That gives it an extra point. I'm going up from 27 to 28. Or was that 28 already? Going up to 29. Whatever my score was, give it 1 more point from that. I've already forgot what I said. But
I agree with that.
Luigi, his character in the first game is impeccable. Like walking around, being all spooked. Like Luigi has so much character, and he for a handheld game, like 10 out of 10 no notes on Luigi being Luigi in this game.
They find a way to stick with his like scaredy cat character, but also throw in a little bit, not even attitude, but just like a little bit more
his
to
humor.
Yeah.
Like everything about the way Luigi has a personality these days, largely because of Luigi's Mansion, and that happens again in this game. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's good. Luigi's awesome. Who doesn't like Luigi?
He is no longer just Green Mario.
Yeah. Or the Death Stare guy, which was like the biggest character
Mario
arc he'd
Kart.
had in forever.
Yeah,
That he's a
in
poor
Mario
loser
Kart.
at Mario Kart. Yeah. I can't remember if you have anything to plug. I honestly can't remember.
Nothing for myself, but if there's any trading card game enjoyers out there that are tired of Magic the Gathering, look up some Flesh and Blood. There's a new budget format that started out earlier this year, and it's like $20 for a starter deck, depending on where you live, I guess. But like super cheap to get into, and it's like a fighting game but with cards, and I love it, and more people should play it.
There you go.
That's my plug.
Good shit. All right, buddy.
I was at GameCon, but this is coming out after GameCon,
yes.
So that's the only thing I had to plug. I was at the booth for this card game at GameCon, but you unfortunately can't visit me. But if you come to GameCon next year, I will be there. That's my plug. Come
if anyone's
me in
listening
a year,
to this
in 2027,
yeah, if you're listening to this in June, the first half of June 2027, go to GameCon.
Because we will be having GameCon in Edmonton until 2031 at least.
There you go.
That's my plug.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna fucking the intro of this episode is done. So literally, I'm gonna get off of here, drop this into it, right click, save as, upload, and then I don't know what I'll do after that. Probably go play with Millie. But appreciate you doing this, buddy. And I'm sure I will talk to you sooner than later.
Yeah, man. As always, thanks for having me.
That is going to do it for this week's episode, Keeks. Thank you so much for giving me a call and talking some Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and to every single one of you nerds listening to this, whether it's your first Remember the Game or your 378th. Thank you for the support. I very much appreciate it. I know there's a ton of retro gaming shows out there, and we somehow stay relevant, and I don't even understand how that works. But I imagine it has a lot to do with all of you listening. Probably 100% to do with all of you listening. So thank you for doing it. I appreciate it very, very much. Like I said, moving forward, still shooting to drop an episode every week. I don't know if they'll be on Wednesdays every week anymore. Just really gives me a lot more flexibility on the games we cover and when my friends can find time to come on the show and talk and everything. But have no fear. We got podcasts for years. This show isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The next episode, whenever it drops, will be Road Rash 2 for the Sega Genesis. That one I should have done pretty close to on time. Not that deep a game. And then I'm chipping away at The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Hoping to cover that one in the next couple of weeks as well. And then coming up over the summer, we'll be doing ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo, the winner of our first ever Royal Rum poll over on Patreon. We're hoping to do Marvel vs. Capcom 2. There's going to be a Mega Man 5 episode in there. And if God help me, the stars align, before the end of the summer, I really want to get this Oblivion episode off my plate. I'm really trying. Oh, that's a big fucking game. And boy, that just kept going, huh? But that's the hope anyways, so. If you didn't hate this, leave us a nice review. I'm not really sure what they accomplished other than canceling out the bad reviews, and they make me feel good, so I'd appreciate that. Check out our social medias. You can find all the links at our main, rememberthegamepodcast.com. We got a subreddit. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the Facebook. Is it X? Are we calling it X now? X is so stupid. Whatever. I'm on that one. I'm on the Instagram. I'm on the Facebook. And I'm on Twitch whenever I have time. That's not that often, but I'm trying to get on there more. Twitch.tv/memberthegame. Not remember, member the game. And we have Let's Plays and stuff over on YouTube. Look for Remember the Game on there as well. All right. I'm going to thank some patrons and get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Appreciate you. Talk to you on the next one. Cheers. So long. Goodbye. Remember the Game is brought to you by our Patreons. I couldn't puke up all the content I turn out every week without all of your support. The following people are the senior executive vice president level or higher at patreon.com/rememberthegame, and as such, I'm contractually obligated to thank them as quickly as I can. So a huge thank you to, we're just going oldest to newest this week. I'm taking it easy. A huge thank you to Remember the Game Hall of Famer, Slick Motherfucking Rick, Makes Your Mellow Magic Money, Sharonic, J Nasty 15, Jort King Keegs, Dissect That Dan, Chris Fleury, Andrew Wright, Jordan, Eldest Millennial, Little Bite Fufu 89, Angry Ticks, Dave Thompson, No One Cares, Scott Brooks, Aaron Lawson, JSK Fusick, A-Town, Morgan, Zane Donovan, Ryan Kinchin, Mike Maloney, G9PSX, Wolfgang Darren, Andy Hudson, Doogie, Wolf Magic 21, Johnny from Virginia, Squint, Steen Donian, Jeff Bergeron, Randy Bear, It's Just a Fish, Xbox, Holmes, Zach Shepard, Captain Black Silver, Triple 3, Chugger 22, Elijah Burns, Discount Psyop, Madam Nudsitch, DBXJ, Steve Dalt, Bitch Ass Brian, Dude Where's My Game, Miziru, Juristock Demario, Tyler, Phil Lencher, Joe the Sandman, Northern, Jake Carter, Biddy, Growlywog, Dabs All Day, Beaver Boy, Thomas Smith, Leroy Westrich, Rush's Dog Walker, Stud Still Smash, Matt Babanu, Gabe, Fuzzy 99, Decoy Man, a dude named Adam, Why the Surgeon Who Isn't a Surgeon, Roe, Blade the Hoagie Man, Scary Terry, Storm Beagle, Archangel Otaku, Earl, Hagel Waffle, High Plains Drifter, Jimothy, Oroku Saki's Gardner, Coda Blaze is not a bot because he cannot count, General Fury, Armin Tamzarian's copy of Swag, Max Legroom, James Or Francesco, Drugs of Bed, MK, Sam Carpenter, Donnie the Dude, Walter, the Fletchman, Squeak, Nuts, Isaias, Hits Meals, Timmy the Exuberant, Turtle, Caveman Lance, Christian Gabriel, Maverick, Marty Musty Beetle, Graham Kennedy, Timothy Sabrinsky, My Left Nut, Beef Dingleberry, Quiet Place Queen, Christopher Britt, Zamatos, Big the Cat, Tadpole, Lugnut, T-Bear 87, Maverick, Brandon DeZeba, Kia Pup, Monstrosity, Boner, AB Killen Works for Me, Hooli, Mild Oatmeal, Ryan Perry, Please Refrain from Tasting the Knob, Scotty J, Just Car Prank, Zombie Exy, Bartman Forever, Darth Skywalter, Postman, and Nick Creature, Adam Martinet, The Big Deal, Ryan 4664, Kevin Monroe, Can't Destroy Her, Pee Wee Squitters, Nordak, Lord Palmerston, Beers of War, Because 19, Marcus Mendoza, Lord Long Ron Bon, Hugendom II, Roger Staubach's Pool Cleaner, Lucas Shaman, Frosty Bear, Sour Goat Face, Faded Suffrage, Chris Hill isn't scared, that could be anyone's ass, B Money, Penguin Milk, Fallen Snow Kiku, The Supreme Chorizo, You Son of a Bitch, Why? Tell Me Why, E-Man Trucker, Eddie D, 19, Mark Sneed, Christopher Lee Williams, Agent Booty Pants, Shoeboxers, Adam Blank still hasn't reviewed Mario Galaxy, Jay Callahan, Robbie Air, Brian Richmond, The Ass Man, Jerry the Ass Man, Smith, Bula, Too Much Karma, Mopey 36, Cesar, Fill Up My Mouth with Farts, Liquor Like Luigi, Cody Thompson, JR Bob Dobbs, Mr. Scorpion, Mr. Jabroni, Big Daddy Randall, Ida Yellow, Yes, 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 This Rocks, Flinny123, Lotus, A Fridge Too Far. Gotta swallow my spit here. I do these all in one long run, and like, there's not even a space between when I go like, cheers, so long, goodbye. Remember the game is brought to you by, like, they're not different segments. I'm just sitting here giving myself 2 seconds to know where to put the music in. So the old vocal cords, they've been tingling here for 45 minutes. That's okay. I like doing this. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you're here right now, one get off double sync probation free pass if you're hearing this, because you fucking made it this far. Where were we here? I know I did a fridge too far, so we'll start there. Toby OP, Scotty McGee, Alex McIntyre, Spider Cat, Muffin Man Jr., Adam Blank still isn't review Crash Team Racing, Eric Hopewell, Darbles, Generic Name 238, Saxophone, David Schroeder, Moncal, Diablo Spartan, McCracken, Wilco, VOS Rager, Retro Salvage Games, Conebread, Ocarina of Tim Rocks, Daniel Cook, you heard about Pluto, Savage Boosh, Hello Mr. Thompson, MacGyver 88, Travis Sanders, Lord Salazar, Flater Flav, Erotic Onion Ring, Captain Asbury Juice, Shut Up, Topher Love, Thunder Leaps, Legendberry, Jinxie 425, Akiris Network, Horror Wars Podcast, Jeff Leopard, Rob Lindsay, Game Boy Gannon, Fancy Store-Bought Dirt, Chase, Mikey Hag, Devin Collins, Cannon Fodder Games, Just James, Spooky Dookie, Frank Preeves, The Okayest of Muffins, Landon Turquoise, Siegfried, Dildo on a Hookshot, Handsome Major Angus McZongo Esquire, Catonic Abyss, easy for me to say, Jesus. Dykeson Miaz, Sailorman 82, Jonathan Breyer, George Swan, the $100 Kid Ted Michaels, Chris Nethercutt, Master Queef, Carl, I don't know what makes me laugh. Carl Not Garl, Amanda Huggin Kiss, Queer Al, Jesus Christ, the voice cracks. Queer Al Yank Your Dick, Self High Five, Adam is Not Patrick Waugh, Proud Slurm Addict, Cody Donaldson, Better Mousetrap Guitars, AJL 2019 FTW, The Maritime Musician, Jairus, Jason Hoysh, RezKid93, Michael Marjudina, I am Mr. Carlos, Rusher84, Will, and Daniel Montgomery. Uncle Mo, here I am. He's your shout-outs. Fucking shout him. Shut up. I tried.